Oh, hi everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Guess what, guys? We are yet on
Another
another
trip.
trip.
Where are we?
We won't let you know because we'll be making a video of it. So
Yes.
I guess you just have to wait and find out. However, this is not what we want to talk about today.
Oh, but we forgot to tell them we are
Yeah?
we are not in Malaysia
Oh,
and
yeah,
we
yeah,
are
yeah.
also not in Singapore.
That's right. So, where are we? So, this is another trip. We just came back from Korea not long ago, and now we are in this location.
Yeah, so for trips, right? Why do we call it a trip and not a holiday? Because last time in the past when we were working in the corporate sector, we always say, I'm very tired, I'm very stressed, I need a holiday, I need to get away from work. So it's really very different from us, right? Because we are retired, so there's no need for us to take holidays anymore. Because the meaning of holidays becomes different. When we go on holiday, we want to get away from something, in the past where we want to recharge, we want to just get away from work, take a break from reality. But now it's totally different because we are actually looking forward to go to a destination. We want to go on holiday, or rather we want to go on trips, we want to get to a destination. So the experience is totally different.
Yeah. So basically, in summary, it is instead of running away from something, we are actually heading towards something, right? To explore, to taste the food, meet new people, and kind of soak in the vibes and the culture, right? So actually, this morning we just want to share something, right? Which is, well, I want to talk about. A lot of people ask us, "Hey, friend, and John, how do you actually afford to go on all these trips? Aren't these trips expensive? Like, one South Korean trip already costs how much, right?" So at the end of the day, it all boils down to financial literacy. Hi, good morning. Good to see you. Right? So it all boils down to financial literacy, and a lot of people may not understand financial literacy. So let me explain to you, okay? So financial literacy is not, oh, I have $2, I spend $1, I've got $1 left. So 2 minus 1. That's not. Go back to the word literate, right? Which means the understanding of this one is about the understanding of finances, right? And the word literacy can also go back to the word literature. And literature is about understanding the art of something. So think of it Shakespeare, right? The literature, Shakespeare's books, Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, and so forth. And literature is also all about emotions, right? Because literature has to do with what, if you look at all Shakespeare's plays, right, it has to do with the emotion of greed, anger, envy, jealousy, and love. Romeo and Juliet is a tragic love story, right? So yes, so I want to just share you guys about financial literacy because it's so important. How much to spend, what to spend on, why you're spending. So going back to the $2 example, I've got $2. How do I make my $2 work hard for me? What do I spend the $2 on such that my investment is worth it? What do I put my $2 in such that the $2 can make me even more money, right? So this is financial literacy. It's not just, I've got $2, okay, I spend $1, then I've got $1 left. What do I do with that dollar, right? No, so it's really about making that $2 work really, really hard. And for us in this case, it is making money while we sleep. Now, this is a concept that is actually very hard to understand. And I really didn't understand it until I started making money in my sleep in 2020, right? Where I'll wake up and go, whoa, hey, we've got this amount of money. And that was because I did an online business. More on that later on. But I just want to touch back on financial literacy, right? It's so important because I actually see a lot of people in the malls and whatnot. They spend without thinking, right? They really do that. Oh, okay, I'm thirsty. Let's go get a cup of bubble tea. Ding! $5 gone, $7 gone. That is not planned within the budget. So how John and I travel is really very interesting. John, would you like to come back and join us for a little while? So how John and I actually travel is we have a budget, we have a plan, and it's already planned in advance. And let me give you an example. Souls. A lot of people say that Seoul is very expensive, right? And it may be, and it's actually also very tempting. Literally, we were out every day, right, for 3 weeks. We can actually spend money on, facial stuff, skincare, food, shopping. It is a very, very tempting city to simply spend money on, which is why South Koreans are actually heavily in debt to the tune of 100 people declare bankruptcy every single day in Seoul. And the credit card culture there is insane. You can be earning 3,000 US dollars a month, but you owe credit cards 20 to 30K a month. It's all, you can actually see it in articles and on TikTok and all the social media. Is actually there. It's actually a very rampant problem.
So how do you plan effectively for your budget, right? Let's say using the South Korea trip as an example, we were 2 weeks in Seoul and 1 week in Jeju. First of all, before we even enter Korea, we already know what we can spend on, or rather the budget is already fixed. So that level of discipline for all the trips, all the travels that you make for an entire year should actually be set in advance. So we are only spending money that we have already allocated for. And there lies the interesting part. How do you be creative with the money that's allocated for that trip? That's where it gets really interesting, right? Because even for a spending trip like a travel to South Korea, we can make a lot of fun out of it. We can find a lot of ways how, I have this 100,000 won, for example. How do I make the best of it? Where can I get the best experience for that dollar?
Yeah, and so this, best bang for the buck.
Exactly. And this is what we always advocate, right? So apply that to your everyday finances and it becomes very powerful because you're always thinking, you're always finding ways and means, hey, this $1, I want to make sure I get the maximum bang for my buck.
Yep, that's right. And it goes back to financial literacy, right? So it also has a play on your emotions because guess what? When you're on a holiday, you feel so happy, your boss is not with you, there's no need to think about work most of the time, right? So you tend to spend more, right? Hey, come on, let's go drink cocktails, let's go, right? Let's go shopping, let's go, money, no object.
Plus you have limited time to spend.
That's right. So you want to make the best of where you are. So money becomes a secondary, like money doesn't matter anymore. Let's just go for the experience. And that's where emotions play a huge part in your financial literacy and in your spending. So when people say, oh, I don't have emotions when I come to spending, that's not true. In fact, emotions dictate 100% of all your expenditure. Go and pay $1,000 electricity bill. See what emotion you have, okay? Let me tell me. Let me know what kind of emotion. So you cannot say that emotions don't play a big part in your expenditure and your spending. Which I just want. Oh yeah, by the way, it reminds me. So our Money DNA course, which is in the Breakout Academy, it actually touches very heavily on emotions, and therefore you will be able to, be a master of your emotions. And by the way, today is 30th of November. Yes, it is 30th of November wherever we are too. Just in case you're wondering. Hi, Yong-Sin.
Hi, Yong-Sin.
And yes, thank you so much. Love you too, Yong-Sin. Hi. So basically, our Breakout Academy, our Money DNA is been on promotion from 147 US dollars to only 97 US dollars. The links are all in our channel and the descriptions. Quickly go and buy because as of 12 midnight today, we will take down that price and then it will revert back to $147, okay? And by the way, we have a huge, if you have been following us more and more now, you know that John and I, we love to surprise you guys and we love to throw surprises. So tomorrow, stay tuned for a video that will be dropping at our usual time, 8 a.m. Singapore time. There will be a huge announcement and it will be something that we're very excited for it because we've been waiting for a while to build this and it's finally going to be launched tomorrow. So stay tuned on that as well, okay? Yep, so
thank you,
thank you,
Yong-Sin.
Yes, you are our biggest fan. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the kind words.
So I just this emotional spending, financial literacy has been weighing heavily on my mind for a while now because I actually see how my friends spend money and it's quite insane. It hurts my heart because I love my friends, I love all you guys, and if we can't grasp the concept of financial literacy, how our emotions play a huge part, how, you know, when we are sad, you know, we go and buy ice cream, or when we are sad, we book for a trip, or when we are angry, you know, we go revenge traveling, you know, or jealousy, right? We see our friends in Japan, so we go, no, tomorrow, next year or the next week, I also want to go Japan. So all these are emotions, guys, and we're human beings. Of course, we have emotions, right? How can we not have? But however, we're also human beings who live in a world that runs on money. We cannot escape it. Whether you're rich, you're poor, you're illiterate, you're literate, you know, we live on a world where it requires currency, right? So stay tuned. There's a lot of things that we still want to share, and sometimes it's actually really very difficult to make a YouTube video purely just on that, right? Because sometimes things just flow, and on a YouTube video there are certain, you know, regulations that we need to go to. So stay tuned on our tomorrow's announcement, and then there'll be lots more that we can share. And it's
a very exciting time. We are constantly in our creativity mode. We've always one of our main intention is to help you guys, because we see a very big gap in this world, right? Even people with money, they tend to not have a great relationship with it.
Yeah, which is why, you know, sometimes, you know, not sometimes, but oftentimes lottery winners, they win big, and then a few years time they lose it all, right? So how do you even spend, like, let's say for example you win $10 million? How do you spend $10 million? Oh, let me tell you, man, it is very easy to spend $10 million, right? Very easy. So it all boils down to your relationship with money. How do you view money, right? What's your emotional connection to it? And how do you even see yourself? Say for example, you win $10 million, you're instantly a millionaire. But then here comes the emotions, right? You got fear people take your money. You got insecurity. Are my friends really my friends, or are they just hanging out with me for money, right? And you see, all these things are just coming from the top of my head. So I've got a lot of things to share with you guys, and it's not possible for me to keep making YouTube videos on it, right? Because some people, so we need to have the right target audience with the right topics. So which is why, I just keep going back to tomorrow because I'm just so excited. So. Yeah.
So stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We are so excited to share with you, and we'll see you very soon.
That's right.
Right. Thank you for watching.
Guys, a happy Thursday, and and we'll catch you guys real soon again. Okay. Bye everybody.
Bye bye.
See ya.
See ya.